Luke, what was the difference down the stretch? Phoenix was trying to claw back. You guys kind of used composure to hold them off.
We stopped turning the ball over. It's the biggest thing that we did differently in that fourth quarter. We had only 2 turnovers in the fourth, and one of them was a hook foul, so it was a dead ball turnover. And that was kind of what we're preaching the whole game is, we're making good cuts, and we saw the passes, but we were throwing these wild passes that were hitting people in the knees and above their heads. So it's something we got to keep working on. But the fourth quarter, taking care of the ball is what I think ultimately won us that game.
So you stick with Clarkson and Brewer, and they both make plays down the stretch. What's that like for you when you're trying to think, should I put guys back in? Should I reward the guys that are staying? How do you do that?
It's tough, and it's a feel thing. Brewer and Clarkson were both incredible tonight. But they had been out there for a while. They were working hard. And Zoe and KCP, obviously Zoe's ability to play the game and run that point spot for us. There was a couple times I was one play away from putting him back in, and one of those guys would make a play. And KCP had been great. I told him when I took him out, he had started the whole third into the fourth. I said, just get a quick break, and I'll get you back in there. And the other guys stepped up. So we're a team, and it shouldn't really matter who's out there. It's going to be different people each night, and we should all be happy for the guys that do get that chance. And I think our guys were. They were up on the end of the bench cheering and celebrating. So it was good to see.
Why was this game so different from the first time you played when it was more of a shootout? It seemed like this was more of a defensive-minded effort.
Well, I give our guys a lot of credit for the way that team scores a lot of points, and they got some, they're talented, man. They got some kids there that can really, some young men there that can really get going. And our guys fought, made them take tough shots. And I think our offense struggled a little bit because we settled too much for one pass shots, which is what we were trying to stay away from until the fourth. In the fourth, we started moving the ball and getting good looks. But I think both teams were, they were locked in and making it hard on the other on their opponents.
It seemed like Corey was able to give you guys a lot of energy just with the way he played it. We talked before the game about end of the road trip and stuff like that. That seemed like a veteran thing.
And Corey was, obviously watching our last game here, Corey started for KCP and was unbelievable on chasing Booker around, which is not easy to do. And I felt like our guys were a little dead tonight from the end of a road trip, and we were trying to find that energy. And sure enough, when Corey got in there and got going, he lifts the spirits of the guys. I thought Bogut did a great job setting that tone defensively. When the game got a little easy, he brings us some toughness, eats up the glass on a couple block shots, and he's true pro, just staying ready. He hasn't played a lot lately, and he did a great job. But Brewer definitely provided that energy we needed tonight.
You were a little more animated than normal tonight. How badly did you want to end this with a win and kind of break that losing streak?
Well, I get animated when I think our players need a little energy themselves. Obviously, we don't want to go 0-4 on a trip. It's nice to get a win before we head home for a while, but mine has more to do with getting on our players and trying to maintain a level of play that they've shown that they can do.
When you had Brandon Ingram back in there at the point in the fourth, was that more of a game flow thing or more of do that to make him more aggressive?
A little bit of both. JC was tired. They were hounding JC. They got some quick little guards over there that pick up full court. They were hounding JC. It was a way that Brandon had been sitting a while because he had been in foul trouble. So it was a way to kind of get him instantly involved again, and at the same time let JC get a little bit of a break, as he was such a big part of our scoring game at that point.
We talked a lot with Brandon just about like that mentality when he's focused with Brandon about his aggression. How would you kind of rate his overall effort in that area with the road trip, giving you that aggressiveness you've been talking about?
It's been up and down. But I think overall, over the last, 7-8 games, he's been awesome. He's been really good. He's been locked in. He's been showing, the type of leadership that we want him to show. He's been playing with a confidence. On a tough road trip, there was a couple of dip-offs, but that's nothing nothing to be concerned about. He's, he's been great.